Hi everyone, this is my video for this week's discussion on Chapter 2 of the Story Genius book. Lisa Krohn, and I hope I'm pronouncing her last name right, has a few good valid points as far as like plotting and pantsing and other things that she brings up. I think they both have their advantages and disadvantages. I think plotters, the people who love to plot are just that. They love to plot out their whole storyline, their everything down to the littlest detail. And pantsers, as I am one, I can attest that I just love to sit down and start writing and see where the story goes a lot of times. But now I do an outline, so I do plot some, but it's not a very detailed outline. It's a loose outline. It's got plot points, it's got the characters and the stuff about the setting and things like that, just kind of keep me on track. Other than that, I love sitting down and just, like I said, writing the story to see where it goes and listen to the characters and tell the story the way the characters in my head are telling me the story of what they want to see on the paper. And they both have their advantages and disadvantages, I believe. You can, with plotting, and I agree with her in the book about one thing is plotting. You can sometimes do too much plotting, and you get away from the story. And and the same way with pantsing is you can sometimes wind up with a draft that you really don't know where the story is because you just sit down and wrote. But with pantsing, I have I may not have written a loose-based outline or anything, a plot outline for stories sometimes, but a lot of times I have the plot and the characters already in my head, and I will write down notes and things like that as far as that, and I may not really do a full outline, but I will have notes and things like that per se. I think to me, I think it's kind of fun as far as being a pantser, because I have the most fun with the story then and letting it unfold on its own. And then, like I said, having a outline does help in some cases to get me back on track, but it's not a very detailed outline. So I can see the advantages and disadvantages of both, and I do both. With one of my stories, which is an epic fantasy, I have definitely plotted that thing out to the most little detail on that. So I do agree with her in some ways. In some ways, I kind of disagree because I think, like I said, they both have their advantages and disadvantages. And for me, the advantage of being a pantser is I just love sitting down to write a lot of times.